Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Trinity House. The reason we got a turnout like this, and the reason that you're all here, is because this is fight of the year. This is the biggest fight in Britain this year, without any shadow of a doubt. And we're here today for the first press conference for Bad Intentions, a fight for the vacant British heavyweight title, the Commonwealth heavyweight title, and the WBC International heavyweight title at the sold-out O2 Arena on December the 12th. This is a fight that really has everything. I think it's a fight that has been inevitable for a long time, but it's a fight that needed some stock, and it's a fight that needed some titles, and it's a fight that needed the right timing. Here you have a guys with a huge amount of history, Bad Intentions. Couldn't think of a better title for this fight. Before I talk more about the fight and the card, I'm going to pass over to Adam Smith, Head of Sky Sports Boxing, our exclusive broadcast partner.
Thanks, Eddie. It is an absolutely massive fight. It's mouth-watering between Anthony Joshua and Dillian White. But I just want to say, you know, what a great week this is. You know, last night we were in Sky Sports News studios to see a fantastic moment when Carl Frampton and Scott Quigg put pen to paper and a unification that I think every fight fan has wanted to see. It's been built up over the last 3 years, and on February the 27th next year, what a start to the year with that fight. I think it's terrific that the teams got together, that politics was sort of almost put to one side, and the fight fans got what they deserve, which is a terrific matchup, a unification in the super bantamweight division. That's terrific, and I can't wait personally for Saturday night and Callum Smith and Rocky Fielding, because for me, that equals it. That is one of the fights of the year. I think it's an absolutely magnificent matchup between two young, unbeaten guys. It's a 50-50 fight, something Callum, something Rocky, and the Echo Arena is going to be absolutely rocking on Saturday night. Now these two, you know, unbeaten again, heavyweights with a history, don't like each other, both can fight. I think it's terrific, and I think this is what's great about boxing at the moment in Britain, getting these sort of matches together. I think it's hats off to the fighters for signing to get on these big cards and to put their reputations and their careers on the line each and every time. I think it's terrific that Dillian White's stepped up to the plate, Anthony Joshua with all the hopes of a nation on him, and Dillian's confident that he can down Joshua and he can be the one to take British heavyweight boxing forward. You add Tyson Fury's big shot at Vladimir Klitschko in a few weeks. I tell you what, we're in a good sport, in a very, very good place. And I want to thank the fighters for taking these fights.
Thank you, Adam. December the 12th, there's some big announcements coming this week, and already it's a card that goes well with the main event. Chief Support, a gentleman that we're just working with now. It's another fantastic Bad Intentions fight. Chris Eubank Jr. in a final eliminator for the WBA world title against Ireland's Spike O'Sullivan, a press conference that will be held here next Thursday. Kevin Mitchell in a really big fight that will be announced in the next 24 hours, waiting on sanction approval for that. Tony Bellew and Luke Campbell, another gold medalist, also on the card. The 12th is going to be a very, very special night. To the main event, what can we say about these two guys? To my far left, a young man in Dillian White, unbeaten heavyweight, who really spends the time to invest in his own career. He's been out in the Gronk gym in Detroit, he's working with Jonathan Banks, he's deep in the Klitschko camp in Germany right now, and it's a guy that is very, very serious about this fight, and he's a real threat to the gentleman on my right. In my opinion, the future of not just heavyweight boxing, but boxing. But in this division, you're in the ultimate roulette game, you're in a game of risk. Two big men coming head to head, a fight that's built on history and emotion, not just on skill. And that's always a big danger in this fight. To start off, I'm going to ask Dillian White, the current WBC International Silver Champion, to say a few words.
Like Adam Smith said earlier, at the moment British boxing, heavyweight boxing especially, is in a good place. We have Tyson Fury challenging Vladimir Klitschko in a couple of weeks. And me and this fella here on my right going to get it on in December, so what can I say?
Obviously, it's a fight you've wanted for a long time, and your preparation is very, very serious for this fight.
Yeah, like me and Jonathan said, it's probably going to be one of the hardest fights of my career. So that's what we're preparing for. We're preparing for a hard 12-round fight. But I doubt the fight's going to go 12 rounds, to be honest. But I'm preparing for a hard 12-round fight.
Obviously, since you're fighting the amateurs, you've both gone your separate ways.
Yeah.
What gives you the belief, looking at Anthony's progress so far, that this is a fight that you can win at the O2 Arena?
He's somebody who's beaten before. I'm just as powerful as him, if not more powerful. We've both beaten everybody that we fought. We both improved. I just believe that I beat him once and I beat him again. Doesn't matter how much he's improved. I know I'm deep in his mind and in his soul, and I'll beat him again in December as well.
Obviously, coming through the amateur scene, you've both gone your separate ways. This fight has multiple titles on the line. Anthony's ranked top 5 in a number of governing bodies now. It's a huge fight in world boxing, not just in British boxing. Obviously, there's a personal side to this fight, and there's the side that can take your career to the next level.
This is what sports is all about. It's about being competitive and having rivalry. And I don't like him, he doesn't like me. It's as simple as that. Like, listen, I ain't got much to say.
Anthony, obviously the biggest fight of your career so far, without doubt. Progression's been very smooth, and I know that obviously back returning from training camp, this is a fight you're taking very seriously.
Yeah, it's like the rest of the fights I've been in. Just got to approach this one with the same attitude I've approached all my professional career. And I don't want to try and do anything too over the top. Sometimes what's working doesn't need change. So I'm just going to approach it with the same professional attitude I approach everyone.
Obviously, there is the history of this fight, and people talk about a chance for you to get even. Is that on the mind, or is it just more about winning a British heavyweight title and another step up the ladder?
Another step up the ladder. British title, especially. No matter if it was Dylan or it was someone else, I said I'd approach this with the same hunger, the same attitude I'd approach any one of my fights. This one has a bit more need to it, I think, with all of that little trash talking and the attention around the fight. So I think it just gives us that bit more reason to prepare for a 12-round war rather than me going in there believing in myself and probably knowing this fight won't. The fights I've been in the past may not go the full distance. This fight has potential to go the full distance. I'm sure Dylan could be the man potentially to take me past 3 rounds, but it'll be a real tough fight. It'll be a real tough task for him to do that because I'm coming. I'll be prepared. I'll be ready.
Obviously, your fights so far, you've met a lot of fighters, a lot of competitors who perhaps haven't quite had the desire to really win the fight. I think we know now you're coming across a man that he's desperate to win this fight.
I've never really been in big time boxing, so the desire to get in the ring with these guys was never a financial gain because there wasn't loads of money on the table for fighting me anyway. So I think they've definitely come with the attitude that they could beat me. I don't really say much, keep myself to myself, and I think that's why these people think they can beat me until they get in the ring. And it's quite an imposing figure, you know, when you've got someone who's game, who's hungry. And I think that when you're like 17, 18 stone, you're rotating from the hips and you're punching with all your might, I think it changes the aspect of the fight. Everything that you believed you thought you could do, I think it changes. So I think that's where some of the fighters have gone wrong. But I don't think that Dylan's attitude is no different to the last 14 opponents I've had that wanted to come in and beat me. I think they all want to jump on this self-hype train and become, get on Sky and start promoting themselves. So it's no different. I don't think. I have to disagree.
Obviously, he'll get a lot of confidence from the amateur bout.
Of course.
Different levels now. I mean, what's different from them? Why shouldn't he take the lead from that bout?
Nothing's different. It's still the same fighters. Still hungry. Still been grafting away for the last 7 years. Same ring. Same men in there. The ring ain't changed. One referee. Just got to go in and give it your best. The best man will come out victorious.
And finally, gentlemen, before we post the photo, Dylan, a prediction for the fight? I know some fighters don't making predictions, but there must be a way you see this fight mapping out in your head.
I'm not one of the old men he's fought in his last 14 fights. His average age of opponent's been, 38 or something? 30, 38, 39 or something? Listen, I'm young, hungry. I've beaten him before. And that's it. You know, so like, if you take a woman's virgin, you did good the first time, she always come back.
AJ, I know that you're not big on predictions either, but there must be a way you see this fight mapping out.
I feel like he's saying about like 39-year-olds and whatnot. Dylan will step in the ring, I'll get the result, and then it'll be the next man that'll try and step up and try and defeat me. So for me, it's hearsay whether I fought 39-year-olds, 12-year-olds, or 25-year-olds.
It's not hearsay, it's fact.
Okay, but that's why you're here now. That's why Dylan's here now, to try and change the course. So once I get past Dylan, I just want to hear what the next person will sit on the table and say. So that's why Dylan's here now, is to give me a young, hungry fighter, put a British title on the line, make it more interesting.
It's
But
good that you're looking past me, it's good.
But once I get past Dylan, I'll be interested to see what the next man has to say moving forward.
You won't be getting past me, for sure you won't be getting past me.
That's my prediction, Eddie.
Yeah, that's fine. You can play the game you won't be getting past me, you're going to get knocked out. In between the 6th and the 8th round, you're going to get knocked out.
You're going to leave it that long?
Yeah, I wanted to go long. I heard that you like stuff to be over quick, but I wanted to go long. I heard that you like cookies. I don't really like cookies, so you know, I like to put my time in and take a bit of time.
Okay guys, we're going to open the floor for questions. I don't often do this, but don't be shy, media. So any questions from the floor, please? I knew you was going to do that. Okay, John Dennon. Good man, John Dennon. We haven't made an announcement on that yet, so we're going to build the card and then we'll make an announcement over the next week or so. That wasn't the question I was after, John. Go ahead with your next one.
Let's ask both the fights a bit more about their, personal rivalries. Everyone has wins and losses in the amateurs, but why do you dislike each other?
You know, it's interesting. You were the one who interviewed me in, I think, 2009, when you asked about the remarks that Dylan had made about me. And I just gave you my opinion, is that I just thought, with what he had done through the amateurs and some of the mistakes he made as a professional, I said that it's not good that we should be put in the same bracket. I'm following my career and doing it the professional way. And probably the way he worded it weren't too right for the way he read it. And that's where it started from, really, and that's why we're here now. Regardless of rivalry, me and him will fight anyway.
What you said, don't blame me.
Regardless of what was said, me and him will be here anyway fighting. So there's no difference.
The guy he's a coward. He can't hold on to what he said. Like, you can't hold on to what he said. Now you're blaming the reporter. This guy.
Any other questions, guys? Okay, we're going to have a posed photo at the front here, and then I believe we're going to go outside for the shot by the Tower of London, and everyone here is going to be available for one-on-ones. Thank you very much. More announcements coming soon for December 12th. Thank you.